no decency. Well, I didn't tell him. No. So I let the smile on my face as the candles sank down low. Yes, the moonshine bridled through the night. Yes, the moon's brought her the black motorways. But I didn't stay as cold as snow. You cannot say
She's become the hole where the criminal puts his dick. Yes, charming, isn't it, eh?
If you were going to do something so contrary to morality as to get married without the permission of your parents, did it have to be to a dirty mugger and killer? Oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm not a devil.
Oh my God!
I know what you've done to your mother.
Oh my God!
Quickly. It's number 112, the one who's always complaining about his stump.
Sir!
Wait, what are you trying to say?
If this useless ill-made contraption is the only sort of help I can expect from you, well then I'd better get ready to cut off my own leg. I'd better get...
Excuse me, mate. Wait. Here, take this one if that one's not good enough for you, but for God's sake, take care of it properly.
Oh, this is a nice one.
All right, now listen to me. Sure, if you hold my Mackie up to a certain kind of scrutiny, he doesn't present a pretty picture, does he? Well, so what? He makes a good living, and he offers me a wonderful life. He's a brilliant thief and a great burglar. He saved up a lot already, and just a few more successful operations will allow the two of us to retire to a cottage in the countryside, just like the kind which belonged to Mr. Shakespeare, whom Father loved so much.
All right, look, you got yourself married, eh? Now, what do people do after they get married? All together, they get divorced, don't they?
I don't understand what you mean.
Divorced!
But I love him. How can I be thinking about divorce?
Love him! You love him! Polly, this is the trap that every young girl falls into.
Do they? Because I'm not in a trap, so I guess I'm the exception.
Oh, in that case, little Miss Exception, I'm gonna pull down your exceptional panties and beat your exceptional ass!
That's what all mothers do, but it doesn't work because everyone knows that love only grows stronger when one's ass is being beaten. Stronger and stronger with every blow.
Don't press your luck, baby!
But love is the most beautiful thing that exists in the world.
Well, what about the fact that the duty master already has so many women in his life that he can barely keep track of them? If the time were to come for him to be hanged, there would undoubtedly be at least half a dozen of these sluts showing up for the hanging and claiming to be his widow. Each one undoubtedly with a little brat holding her hand. Oh my God, Jonathan!
Hanged? What did you think of that? Hanged? Yes. Now, that's a good idea. Polly, get up a bit. Right. Yes. Because we get the money. We get £40.
To report him to the sheriff.
We get £40. And as a nice little bonus, we get to see him hang. Oh, 2 flies crushed by a single swat. Sublime. Now, but we still have to find the mouse hole where he's hiding himself.
I would suggest the well-lubricated mouse holes of the whores he frequents. Don't you think so, sweetheart?
I don't think the whores will give him up to us, will they?
Leave that to me. Money rules the world. I'll go to Tunbridge immediately and speak with the ladies. It will all be arranged in the next 2 hours. After that, the next time he runs into any one of those girls, he's dead.
Dear mother, save yourself the trip. Mac would rather turn himself over to the police right away and move into the prison of the Old Bailey right now than meet with a woman of that description. But of course, if he did actually go over to the Old Bailey, then the sheriff, they would offer him a cocktail, and the two of them would sit at a table together, smoking cigars and discussing the various business matters with which they are jointly concerned in various parts of the city. The whole situation between them being not at all the ones you imagine it to be. You see, dear father, the sheriff was at my wedding, and he had a superb time there.
All right, then what's the name of this sheriff?
His name is Brown, but you probably know him as Tiger Brown because all who fear him call him that. But my husband, you see, just calls him Jackie, because for him, Sheriff Brown is simply his dear old Jackie, because they were boyhood friends.
They were.
Yes. Whenever they sit drinking cocktails together, they gently caress each other's faces and say, if you'll have another little nip, then I'll have another little nip. When one of them gets up to go, the other one feels his eyes start to prickle with tears, and he immediately says, wherever you're going, I'll follow you there. There's nothing against Mac in the files at Scotland Yard.
Fine. So let's summarize our little story. Between Tuesday night and Thursday morning, Mr. Mackie, a man who loves getting married so much that he repeats the experience compulsively at regular intervals, lured my daughter, Polly Pitcham, out of her parental house. He did this. Before this week is out, he will be forcibly led where he deserves to go, to the gallows. Now, Mr. Mackie, at one time you had white kid gloves, you had a walking stick with an ivory handle, and you had a scar on your neck, and you refreshed yourself for the Octopus Hotel. Now, all that remains is that scar. And from now on, you will refresh yourself only in prison. And quite soon, you will refresh yourself nowhere.